Hello, welcome to my studio, and this is part two of this little blog that I wrote on how to build and hang sound panels. And this is specifically going to be about how to hang them, or at least how I hung mine, and I figured it would be better to do a video than to write it out. It'll just make a little bit more sense. But I'm going to do the obligatory pointing below to the link for the first part, which is actually how to build the sound panels. And so if you haven't checked that out, check it out. But this is how I hung mine. And so the first thing I did is the panels are basically 2x4, 2x4, and that's discussed in the first portion. But I wanted to hang them on my wall in a sense that I could move them around. I didn't want them to just be locked in, and I did that specifically because I didn't want to build out a big vocal ISO booth in my room. So I wanted to be able to move these guys around, and I'll show you. Like I can move these and get them real close, and they kind of at that point act like gobos. So if I'm recording acoustic guitars, I can sit here, put a microphone here, have a couple extra panels that are built for the floor here, and kind of create my own little ISO booth so there's no reflections, and it works fantastic that way. But the way that I actually hung these was a buddy of mine named Randy Poole gave me this idea, and he did this at his studio, and he's a fantastic engineer who I learned from years ago. But what we did is we took back here a piece of crown molding, right? And crown molding, sits at a 45-degree angle between your wall and your ceiling. So it has two 45-degree cuts on both sides on the back. So we took some crown molding, and I just found a nice decorative piece that fit along my wall. It's 16 feet long. And I painted it the same color as the wall. And when you nail it in directly to the studs behind the drywall, it can actually hold quite a bit, but you have a 45-degree angle here, which you can lock something into, right? So that's the first thing. Just get the crown molding, paint it and nail it up against the wall. And then what I did is I took the wood that I used for the back and sides here, or the top and sides of my sound panels. I took the wood, which this is what it looks like if you don't have it wrapped up. And I borrowed a friend's saw, and we cut a 45-degree slice right down the middle. This is completely unfinished and not sanded, so it's not that nice looking. But cut this 45-degree portion, this 45-degree angle, and then that sits real nice up against the molding here, right? So that's the first thing. Sanded it down, made sure this was really nice, so it's not going to cut you and look nasty. And then painted the ends. So this is the back here. I painted the ends, again, same color as the wall, so it just kind of blends in. And I screwed it in to the back of the sound panel, right? So that's it. It's that simple. It's got the 45-degree angle right here. So when you put it up against your wall, slide it down, it's locked in, and it's nice and tight, and it's not going to go anywhere. And then you can just, if you need to, slide it and move it around and find the right spot on your wall for it. So that's how I did my sound panels, and this is how I hung them, and it's very simple, and nothing is permanent. So, all right, hope you enjoy. Thanks.